Superintendent, what will this do as far as facilitating you in your job?
Well, first of all, I appreciate the action of the State Board of Education today in providing me with, assigning me the duties consistent with House Bill 2139. I can tell you with their confidence, I am more focused on transparency and accountability. This is very, very important. I'm grateful for the actions of the state legislature in doing this, but this will provide us the opportunity to really get in there and work with personnel, settle their fears about mass types of dismissals, and to begin to really reorganize the department. We have people in this department of a lot of skills, a lot of abilities, and I am just been delighted to work with them. But despite our best efforts to assure them through the last few months of our intentions to work with them and to really bring out their potential, it has not soothed their concerns and their anxieties. And my desire is to do just that and to be able to focus this department. Also to recruit individuals and to hire individuals that right now at the end of the school year, as they're coming to decisions concerning their future employment, to be able to bring them on and help them to be able to plan.
How many jobs are we expecting to will be taken out in the State Department of Education?
Actually, I haven't really determined that right now. I can tell you that, immediately it's almost none, but I'm not going to give you a specific number. And then in the normal course of business in the years to come, we're going to be working with a lot of individuals, and we may find that they're not comfortable in their new role or with the duties that they have, and will want to move on, or if they can't, then we'll help counsel them out of their position and try to do what we can to assist them in finding new employment.
You said morale was at an all-time low in the
Yes.
department?
It's because of the uncertainty. They knew that this bill was going to be enacted no later than August 30th. And so a lot of speculation, a lot of talk has gone on in the department, and I have had, the Director of Personnel has told me, and then some other heads of different divisions have said that they're very concerned about their division, and despite their best efforts, there's very little they can do. And we've tried many things. We're talking to individuals, interviewing with them, and then we're even having luncheons where we meet with groups and talking to them about our goals in the department. A lot of things we're trying to do to interact as much as we can with the employees here, and to let them get to know me a little bit better, allowing me the opportunity to get to know them on a more personal level. And certainly we're continuing with that. We have another session this Friday for another division, and I've been baking apple pies. Everybody bakes something and brings it to the luncheon, and it's fun. And I'll bake my Dutch apple crumb pie, and it's just great. It's fun when we get into those kinds of situations. That's the kind of organization I'd like to build, where everyone has an ability to contribute, everyone is a valued member of the organization, and that is what we'll continue to be focused on in the future.
Do you believe the organization is bloated now? Too many employees?
When I was first elected, I believe in the department there were over 400 individuals working here. Many individuals took advantage of the state's offer of early buyout, early retirement. I don't have that exact number for you, but we can get that. I think it was 35 individuals. We'll get that exact number for you. And since that time, other individuals have left and taken other employment. And I hear the reason is, I don't have an exact number, is because of the uncertainty of what is coming in terms of employment. And so I think that's unfortunate. We've lost some talented individuals that were valued here. I can tell you that we tried to do what we could to get them to stay. And so it is very difficult to find talent that can work at the State Department. In talking to my counterparts in other states, they're experiencing also a shortage of talent across the United States, of individuals that are very talented, that can contribute to the overall goal of the department, but for various reasons they're having difficulty recruiting and hiring them. I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that these talented individuals can make more in private industry as consultants. So it's very, very difficult.
Ms. Arn said that this, she voted against it because it was a consolidation of power in the hands of one person. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think if you'll read the bill and look at it carefully, it recognizes the overall responsibilities of board members. Board members are still responsible for approving all of their constitutional requirements having to do with budget, having to do with standards and curriculum. And in effect, I think the public will see absolutely no difference in decisions being made at the board level. This is allowing me to run the department. I think in no other type of agency, I think in no other not-for-profit does a board have direct control over hiring and firing of individuals. That authority is usually placed in the director, and then the board makes their decisions based on policy, and so that's the direction that we'll be going. This is also still a very transparent organization, and I'm focused every day on making sure it's transparent and accountable to the voters.
And will one of our other complaints was that each individual board member comes from a district, and they know their own district's needs and wants. Will they still be able to have control of those individual districts?
Absolutely. Those individuals will still be representing their districts, will still be voicing the concerns of their districts. And that's one thing I've admired about this board is the way that they actually have come together and have also worked on the overall goals of the group in that. And I'm sure that will continue, and I look forward to that happening. So their needs are not selfish in terms of just their district, but they do act also in representing their districts, but work for the overall good of the department and education in the state.
Now,
When-
the
well-
original conflict was over a number of hires.
Yep.
What's going to happen there? Are you going to bring some of those people you originally tried to hire on board now?
Yes, I am. I'm offering employment immediately to Mr. Damon Gardenhire and Miss Jennifer Carter.
One of the points brought up during that January contentious meeting was that you may have had, Damon and Jennifer wanting them, but you didn't submit a reorganization plan to the board for them to look at. Will there be an actual reorganization plan presented to the board?
Absolutely, and we've been presenting that in its tentative form to department employees, again in an effort to raise their sense of morale. It's not finalized, but I thought it was so important that we submitted to them in draft form. We're continuing to work with that. I'm also consulting with other members of Chiefs for Change in the ways that they have organized their state departments of education, getting their comments. So we want to run the most efficient and effective State Department of Education in the nation, because if we do that, we're pushing more dollar bills to the classrooms. We're more responsive to the needs of educators throughout the state. We are here to serve districts, not to serve as a regulatory agency. And that's the biggest part of the reorganization, is to transform ourselves from a regulatory agency into a service organization. That is very critical. And this department will be organized around 3 tenets, and that has to be with literacy, both in reading and in mathematics, college ready and work ready, meaning the same thing, and in STEM initiatives. And then with our staff here, we're going to be developing some goals for the state around those core principles. And it'll be very exciting. I'm looking forward to the staff development, bringing everybody in on that and getting comments.